Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Sham. Hi, Varun. How was your exam, Varun? How was your MHCET? I'm good. How are you guys? How was the exam? Was it okay? It was good? Chalo, badhiya. Nice. Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Okay. Chalo, badhiya. Good swagat. Jumbled pattern. Okay, so I hope you were not worried about, the random appearances of questions. Verbal was difficult, Rishabh. Don't worry, normalization will happen and a tough paper a student who has attempted a tough paper will get normalized. So don't worry about it. That's what I was talking about. There will be some technical issues, right? Okay. So today we'll be looking at number system. This is second part of Mission CAT 2022. Okay, so we will be solving questions. We'll be looking at methods which will help you score 99 percentile in quant section. Okay, so welcome everyone to BYJU'S Exam Prep. So this is our first question. So you have to find the remainder when 19 raised to 83 plus 24 raised to 6 is divided by 17. So how do you go about this? Questions on remainders, direct questions from remainders, they are kind of rare, but you do get some other series or some sequence, and in that they might ask you the remainder. So remainder will be just a part of it. You may have to do some calculation or some series beforehand. So what will be the answer? 19 raised to 83 plus 24 raised to 6, when it is divided by 17, what is the remainder? Ria, you have got 3 months left, so you have to study very, very hard. Since you have already appeared for MHCET, so basics should be clear, right? You will have to do more difficult questions. The LR and DI, they are very different from what you get in MHCET, specifically LR. In English also, you do not get vocab part, you do not get grammar part, you get some different types of questions. The passages are also lengthier and in English, okay, in verbal section. Otherwise, maths is almost the same, as in if you are prepared for MSCT, you can score like 25 to 30 marks in CAT also. But if you want to score more, you will have to study a lot in the next 3 months. Okay. So what we do is we simplify this. When 19 raised to 17 when 19 is divided by 17, the remainder that you will get will be 2. So when 19 raised to 83 is divided by 17, the remainder you will get will be 2 raised to 83. Now we have simplified this part. So now our question changes to 2 raised to 83 when divided by 17, what would be the remainder? Now you have to think as to what power of 2 when divided by 17 will give you a remainder of 1 or minus 1. Okay. So if you think about it, you will realize that when 2 raised to 4 when divided by 17, 16 when divided by 17, you will get a remainder of minus 1. So my target is to break that power 83 in terms of powers of 4. So I'm going to change this. to 2 raised to 4 whole to the power 20 into 2 cube. 4 into 20 is 80, 80 plus 3 is 83, right? When divided by 17. Now we are going to break it into parts. 2 raised to 4 is minus 1, so this becomes minus 1 to the power 20 into 2 cube is 8, right? So this gives you a remainder of 1 into 8, that is 8. So this is the first term. The next term is 24 raised to 6. So we will simplify first of all. 24 when raised to 17 will give you a remainder of 7, right? So 24 raised to 6 will give you a remainder. 24 raised to 6 when divided by 17 will give you a remainder which is same as 7 raised to 6. Now, question changes to 7 raised to 6 when divided by 17. What is the remainder, right? So this is the question now. Now, we are not so very good with powers of 7. 7 to the power 3 or 4 is something we would be aware of, right? But 7 to the power 6 nahi pata apan ko. So what we are going to do is, we are going to take 7 square, 49. 49 when divided by 17, what is the remainder you are going to get? 7 square divided by 17. Okay, I'll write in black. 49 when divided by 17, the remainder you will get would be 49 को अगर 17 से करा तो 17 के टेबल में 51 आता है, so you will get minus 2, right? So we are going to change this 7 raised to 6 as 7 square का whole cube when divided by 17 will give you a remainder. 7 square से minus 2 we got, so we are going to put minus 2 in place of it. So you will get the remainder as minus 8. Okay, I will write it a little above. I can see that it is hidden. So 7 square when divided by 17 will give you a remainder of minus 2. Okay, now from the first part you got the remainder as 8, from the second term you got the remainder as minus 8, so the overall remainder you will get would be 8 plus minus 8, because there is a plus between them, right? So whatever operation is between the terms, exactly that's what you have to put with the remainders also. So you will get the remainder as 0. Right? Next question. Good afternoon, Lakshya. Find the remainder when 757575 and so on. It's a 60-digit number when such a number is divided by 99. So what is the remainder you? These are the two types of questions in remainders that you get. When the number is huge, there is a pattern, or there is a power to a small number, right? Let's see. Since we have options, it will be relatively easier. If we had not options, then it will take 2-3 more steps. So questions on remainders, questions on last digit, last 2 digits, all of these questions are they are important, okay? So you have to be very, very good with it. You should be very quick with it. Okay, so I'm not going to write down the number 7575 again and again. Okay, so I'm going to write 7575 ... 75. So I believe you guys would understand that the last 2 digits will be 75. It will not end in 7, because 75 is a pattern of 2 digits, and since there are 60 digits, we will have proper pairs. So this is a 60 digit number. Out of this 60-digit number, how many times 7 occurs? Half times 30. And how many times 5 is there? 30 times. Now, when I have to divide this number by 99, so 99 का divisibility rule क्या होता है? So a number is divisible by 99. For that, you will have to check for 9 and 11, right? So I am first of all going to take this number and divide it by 9. Now, what is the divisibility rule of 9? Divisibility rule of 9 is you add all the digits, right? So if you add all digits, what is the sum you are going to get? So 7 is going to be there 60 times, 5 is going to be there 60 times. So can I say 7 plus 5 is going to be there 60 times? So 12 into 60, which is 720, and 720 ka digital sum is going to be 9. It means sum of the digits is going to be 9. Ab 9 ko 9 se divide karoge, what remainder are you going to get? 0. Now we will have to go and check for 11. When this same number is divided by 11, what is the remainder? Shall we go ahead and try this, or do we already know the answer? Can you tell me which option out of these 4 when divided by 9 gives you a remainder of 0? Itna kafi hai. I don't have to check. If there had been 2 options which were multiples of 9, then I will have to check for 11 also. So 72 of course makes sense. So we saved a lot of time, like I said, because we had options. Had there been not options, so we had to solve for 11 also, which would have been a little time consuming because we will have to take the difference of alternate digits from the right hand side. Okay? In case, if you guys are wondering as to, sir, agar option nahi hota hai, had this question been a theta question. So, what is the divisibility rule of 11? You start from the right hand side and you add all the alternate digits. So 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. How many times are you going to add it? 30 times. So this is 150. Next, 7, 7, 7, 7. How many times are you going to add it? 30 times. So this is going to be 210. So you subtract. 150 minus 210 is going to be minus 60. Now minus 60, when you divide it by further 11, it will go up to minus 55 times, right? Minus 60 ke closest mein, minus 55 is the number which is in the table of 11. So if you go up to minus 55, how much extra are you left with? Minus 5. So I can say that when this number is divided by 11, you get the remainder as minus 5. But if a number is divided by 11 and if the remainder is minus 5, can we also say that the remainder will be 6, the positive one? Now check which option when divisible by 11 gives you a remainder 6. 60 को अगर आप 11 से divide करोगे, remainder won't be 6. It will be 5. 87, if you divide it by 11, the remainder will be 10. 92, if you divide it by 11, the remainder will be 4. 72, when you divide it by 11, it will go up to 66, and 72, that is 6 is the remainder. Now, had this been a theta question, so you will have to find the first number which is in the table of 9, and that number when divided by 11 gives you a remainder 6. तो एक एक करके 9 का टेबल लिखते हैं. 9. Will 9 divided by 11 gives you a remainder 6? No. Next number in the table of 9, 18. 18 when divided by 11, will it give you a remainder 6? No. 27. 27 when divided by 11, will it give you a remainder 6? No. It will give you 5. It was close. Next table of 9 is 36. 36 when divided by 11, will it give you a remainder 6? 3 dega. Excuse me. 45. 45 when divided by 11, it will give you a remainder 1, not 6. Next is 54. 54 when divided by 11, it will go up to 44. You will get the remainder 10. You won't have 6. 63. 63 when divided by 11, it will go up to 55. You will get a remainder of 8. 55 plus 8 is 63. Then go to 72. 72 when divided by 11, will it give you a remainder 6? Yes. So this is your answer. Had this been a theta question, so you had to go through all this pain. Little time consuming, पर करना पड़ेगा. Sure AC, why not? Lakshay, 7 plus 5 into 30? Acha, sorry, this one. It should be 7 plus 5 into 30. Let's see if it will change, because each one of them is 30 times, no? So 12 into 30 is going to be 360. And 360 का digital sum 9 है. So 9 when divided by 9 will give you remainder 0. So thankfully it did not change the answer. So thanks for pointing that out. It's a 60-digit number, Varun, right? And alternatively 7 and 5s are written. There are no other digits. So 7 must be written 30 times and 5 remaining 30 times. Right? Okay. Next one. Find the remainder when 35 raised to 110 is divided by 37. Very simple. The hint is 37 is a prime number. So whenever you see divisor as a prime number, you have a shortcut for that, right? You have a simpler approach. So everyone, please like and share the video with your friends. Please do like the video. So since 37 is a prime number and 35 and 37, they are co-prime. So we have a shortcut. The shortcut is 35 का power 37 से एक कम 36 will give you a remainder of 1. है ना? Whenever you have numerator and denominator, that is in dividend and divisor as co-prime, then the power to the dividend, if it is 1 less than the divisor, you will always get remainder 1. So if 35 raised to 36 when divided by 37 gives you remainder 1, तो इसका अगर अपन cube कर लेंगे, so we have to cube on the other side also. That's the rule about remainders. Whatever calculation you perform on the dividend, same calculation you're supposed to perform on the remainders. They are like mirror images, right? So this gives us 35 raised to 108 when divided by 37, which gives you still a remainder 1. But we don't have 108 as the power, we have 110. So 2 more 35s are required. So can we break down 35 raised to 110 as 35 to the power 108 into 35 ka square when divided by 37, when divided by 37. Like how we do it in parts, we already know the answer to this one. This is 1 into 35 when divided by 37 will give you a remainder of minus 2, right? So minus 2, since you have a square, so you put a square. 1 into minus 2 ka square, 1 into 4. So 4 becomes your answer, right? We always check for remainder as 1. So this particular method, whenever your divisor is a prime number, it helps us reach there quickly. Okay, another question. Here 77 is not a prime number. So 2 raised to 100 when it is divided by 77, what would be the remainder? 2 raised to 100 when divided by 77, what would be the remainder? So this question is same as 757575 wala. Because 77 is not a prime number, so it will be very difficult to find out a particular power of 2, which when divided by 77 will give you a remainder of 1, right? Okay. So 77 ka divisibility rule is when a number is divided by 7 and 11, right? Then it is also divisible by 77. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write n as 2 to the power 100. So the first case is when this number n is divided by 7, what is the remainder you will get? ठीक है, तो इसको solve करते हैं. 2 to the power 100 when divided by 7, what is the remainder we are going to get? So for this, we have to now, since 7 is a small number relatively, so what we have to do is we have to think of a particular power of 2, which when divided by 7 gives you a remainder of 1 or minus 1. So अपन को पता है ना कि 2 cube को 7 से जब divide करते हैं, remainder 1 आता है. So I have a power of 100, so I will give a 33 power here, so that 3 into 33 is 91. And there is one more 2 left, so I will bring that one as well. Now, solving this in terms of by parts, right? Either say we know that the remainder is going to be 1, so this becomes 1 to the power 33. Either say we know that the remainder is going to be 2, right? 2 when divided by 7, the remainder is 2. So you get the remainder 2 here when 2 raised to 100 is divided by 7. ये पता चल गया. Now, we can write here stop, don't check for 11. Let's see how many of the options when divided by 7 will give you a remainder 2. यहीं पे check कर सकते हैं, है ना? 63, ना, 0 is the remainder. 52, 49 तक जाएगा, 3 is the remainder. 38, 35 तक जाएगा, 3 is the remainder. 23, it will go up to 21 and you will have 2 as the remainder. So D becomes your answer. Right? Now, what if this was again a theta question? So we will have to check for 11 also. Now, for 11, the problem is you need the entire value. Then only you can take the alternate digits ka sum and then eventually take the difference of those two sums. But we can't figure out what exactly the value of 2 to the power 100 is. So we have to think in terms of pattern. So now we have to solve 2 to the power 100 when divided by 11. What is the remainder we are going to get? Now, the good thing is here 11 is like 11 is a prime number like we did in the last question. Same was the case for 7 also, but 2 cube से जल्दी आ गया. हम prime number तब भी use कर सकते थे. So from here can I say that 2 to the power 10 whole to the power 10, that is 10 into 10 is 100. When divided by 11 will give you a remainder of what? We do know that 2 to the power 10 when divided by 11 will give you remainder 1. क्यों? Divisor is a prime number and the power is 1 less than it. है ना? तो 1 ही आता है. And the power is 10, so give a power of 10 here. So you get the remainder here as 1. Now, if you had two options which would have given before 7 say remainder 2, now you have 11 say 1. Now it's going to be some special number out of the options. But if it was a theta, again we have to think of a number जो 7 से 2 देता है और 11 से 1 देता है. You can start with any one of these two pattern. So this is an AP that starts with 1. There is a jump of 11. Is 1 a number when divided by 7 gives a remainder 2? Is 12 a number when divided by 7 gives a remainder 2? No. 11 का jump. फिर से 11 का jump करो. 12 plus 11, that is going to be 23. Is 23 a number when divided by 7 and it will give you remainder 2? Yes. So 23 becomes your answer. Right? So what are these types of questions or remainders? These are arithmetic progressions only, where the remainder is your first term and the divisor is the common difference. हाँ लक्ष्य, that's what we did, no? This is Chinese remainder theorem. CRT ही लगाएंगे. So if your divisor in any question is a prime number, we know what to do. But if it's a composite number, you will have to break down the divisor and then CRT works. है ना? Okay, next question. Come on, everyone. Everyone who is watching, please do like and share the video with your friends. We can divide 77 by 2 also. 77 was the divisor, no, Varun? 77 was dividing the number. 77 was not getting divided. Right? So we have to find the last two digits of 3205 raised to 254 into 537 raised to 513. So this is going to use some special pattern about 25, right? Come on, it's very easy. Okay, so the first number is given as 3205. Useless, 32, they are useless, right? Because if you want last two digits, you take the multiplier and the multiplicand also last two digits only, no? So either 5 be useless hai. Koi kaam ka nahi. So my question is only 05 raised to 254 into 37 raised to 513 will result in what last two digits? Everything to the left of these digits in the bases, they are useless, right? Okay. So 05 raised to 254 can be written as 05 ka square whole raised to 127, which is going to be 25 raised to 127. 25 to the power anything is always going to end in 25. Ye shayad I believe you guys must be knowing. 25 raised to any number will always end in 25. 25 to power 1, 25 square, 25 cube, 25 का power 4, कुछ भी कर लो, हमेशा 25 रहता है. Stubborn value. The second one is 37 raised to 513. So I don't need the last two digits of this. Why? Because the first number ends in 25. So for 25, you have a special scenario, right? When 25 is going to be multiplied by 4k plus r, your last two digits will be same as 25 into r. 25 into r के last two digits will be same as 25 into 4k plus r. So my target now is to find 37 is 4k plus what? 37 को कैसे लिख सकते हो आप? How can you write 37 as 4k plus what? 1. 4 के टेबल में 36 तक जाएगा और ये एक ज्यादा है. Now, if you give a power of 513 to this, that means you are going to give a power of 513 to this. Now, 4k plus 1, 3k plus 1, 7k plus 1, दुनिया का कोई भी नंबर into k plus 1 का power anything is back to the same type, no? This is same. Think about it. A plus 1 का पावर कुछ भी करोगे, it will always be something into a plus 1 ही रहेगा. Always, right? So 4k plus 1 का power anything will be back to 4k plus 1 because we have the number 1 here, right? So now if I multiply 25 with 4k plus 1, can I say my last two digits will be same as 25 into 1 ka last two digits, which will be 25. First option. ठीक है? Next question. Find the rightmost non-zero digit of 80 raised to 2395 plus 30 raised to 2395 plus 70 raised to 2395. I can write 254 as 127 into 2, and that 2 went to 05 so that it can change to 25 because 25 is a stubborn number, right? Even if you take 05 का क्यूब तब भी 25 ही आता है. 05 का पावर 4 क्या होता है? 25 से एंड होता है. So actually 05 का पावर any number except 1 will always be 25. That is also a stubbornness of 05, है ना? So find the rightmost non-zero digit of 80 का पावर ये 30 का पावर. The powers are same, right? Thank you, Siddhant. Everyone, please do like and share the video. Some of your friends must be asking a lot of questions related to remainders and last digit, last two digit. दिखाओ उन्हें. They will learn about some new methods. They will also know different types of questions and how to tackle them. Right? Please do like. And people who haven't subscribed yet, you can subscribe and ask your doubts in the chat. सिद्धांत नॉन जीरो डिजिट पूछ रहा है. बड़ा सा नंबर होगा, लास्ट डिजिट राइट मोस्ट डिजिट तो जीरो है. एक्चुअली बहुत सारे जीरोस होंगे, right? And the number of zeros in each of the three values will be same. So they're asking you the last rightmost non-zero digit, which is same as 0 हटा के last digit, right? So 2395, since it's a question on last digit, you don't need the entire power, है ना? You need only last two digits of the power. That's how you simplify. Last digit के questions में you don't take the entire power, you only take the last two digits of the power and you take the last digit of the base. So question changes to 8 to the power 95 plus 3 to the power 95 plus 7 raised to 95 का last digit क्या होगा? So 8 to the power 95 can be rewritten as 8 to the power 4k plus 3. 92 plus 3 होता है 95 plus 3 to the power 4k plus 3. plus 7 to the power 4k plus 3. Now 8 to the power 4k is irrelevant now. This becomes 8 cube plus 3 cube plus 7 cube. I should be writing equivalent, not equal to. Now 8 cube is a value which is 512, or 8 into 8 is 64, 8 into 4 is 12 ka 2, sorry 32 ka 2. So this is a number that will end in 2. 3 cube is a number that is going to end in 7, and 7 cube is a number that is going to end in 3. And if you add them, your last digit is going to end in 2. So the rightmost non-zero digit turns out to be 2, which is going to be option D. 2 होना चाहिए था. Okay. Next question. Find the tens place of the number. As in, you need last two digits. लक्ष्य लास्ट यूनिट्स डिजिट की साइक्लिसिटी 4 की होती है, राइट? If I only want the last digit of a calculation a to the power b, तो a की cyclicity 4 की होती है. For every digit the cyclicity is 4. I know that for some digits it is 1, for some digits it is 2, for some it is 4. पर मैं ऐसे याद रखा हूं, अलग अलग केसेस नहीं. मैंने याद कर लिया कि सबके 4 होते हैं, क्योंकि सोचो अगर 2 के बाद रिपीट होता है तो 4 के बाद भी होता ही होगा. And if there are certain digits which do not, I mean, they are consistently the same last digit. For example, 5 ka power anything will always end in 5. 7 ka power anything will always end in 7. Sorry, 6 ka power anything will always end in 6. 1 ka power anything will always end in 1. तो अगर एक के बाद भी रिपीट होता है तो 4 के बाद भी हो गई. तो केसेस की जगह पे आई रिमेंबर्ड कि एवरी डिजिट का साइक्लिसिटी 4 का होता है. नाउ if the cyclicity is 4, you are going to divide the power by 4. अब आप बेस वगैरह भूल जाओ. I am saying there is a number in the power जिसको आपको 4 से डिवाइड करना है. तो रूल क्या होता है 4 का? Do you take the entire number and divide it by 4, or you take only the last two digits? केवल लास्ट टू लेते हो ना, इसीलिए आप लास्ट डिजिट के क्वेश्चंस में you will only take the last two digits of the power. You are going to ignore everything else. That will simplify your calculation to a huge extent. This is a question on last two, right? So 9 स्क्वायर का पावर 362 का हाफ 150 प्लस 31 181 चलेगा. दिस इज सेम एज 81 रेज टू 181. नाउ दिस इज गोइंग टू एंड इन 1 एंड द टेंथ डिजिट विल बी 8 into 1 का 8. So 9 raised to 362 is going to end in 81. Last two digits 81 है अपना. Next is 7 raised to 486. So can I write this as 7 to the power 4? 7 to the power 4 1 से end होता है. So 1 से end होने का shortcut होता है ना. That's why I have converted both of these in a value which ends in 1. But if I take 7 to the power 4, I can write this as 121 into 7 square. देखो 4 into 121, how much is that? 4 into 121, 484. 484 plus 2, 486. So I had to divide 486 in groups of 4, that will be 121 times, and 2 7 बच जाएगा. ठीक है, तो वो 7 अलग से लिख दिया. Now 7 to the power 4 is 49 का square, and 49 का square is 2401. So this is going to end in 01 का power 121 into 49. Now 01 में क्या होगा? ये last digit will be 1, the tens digit will be 0 into 1, that is 0, into 49. Now 0, 1 into 49 will end in 49. So what we get is that this number ends in 81. The next number ends in 49. So when I'm going to multiply them, in what would be the tens digit? तो इसको normal तरीके से solve कर लेते हैं. And please remember, we are only going to look at the last two digits. So 9 into 1 is 9, 8 into 9 is 72. 72 का केवल 2 लिखूंगा मैं. 1 into 4 is 4. That's it. So this is a number that is going to end in 69, as in this product is going to end in 69. So what is the tens digit? So the tens digit is going to be 6. Right? Okay. Next question. This is also relatively easier. If the units digit of a square is 4 and that of a plus 3 whole square is 1, then what will be the units digit of a plus 5 ka whole cube? So you have to somehow figure out that a is a number that ends in what? Just the last digit, because all the question that is asked is about units digit, which is the last digit, right? So tens digit ka tension nahi hai. Once you figure out from the two conditions given that what should be a such that it satisfies both these cases, usko udhar rakhna hai, plus 5 karna hai, and then you have to cube it. So a square is going to end in 4. A is going to be any number. There are going to be any number, as in there are going to be infinite numbers possible for it. ठीक है? But out of those infinite numbers possible, a will end in which digit? 4 है तो या तो ये 2 से end होगा या फिर 10 minus 2 8 से end होगा. These are the only two possibilities in which when you square the numbers, it will end in 4. So a is going to be a number that ends in 2 or 8. So पहला condition तो हो गया. Next condition is a plus 3 का whole square is a number that ends in 1. Now let's take the first case. Suppose if a is a number that ends in 2, so 2 plus 3 का whole square will not end in 1, 5 का square will end in 5. तो ये तो नहीं चलेगा. If a is a number that ends in 8, so 8 plus 3 is 11, 11 का square ends in 1. So we got one possibility of a. So a is a number, right? A is a number that ends in 1. So if a is a number that ends in 1, तो एक number जो 1 से end होता है, plus उसमें अगर आपने 5 कर दिया और उसके बाद फिर cube करोगे, तो a number ends in 1 plus 5 will be a number that ends in 6. और इसका cube करना है. Now 6 का power कुछ भी हमेशा 6 से end होता है. Sorry, it was 8 ना, मैंने 1 क्यों लिख दिया भाई, मैं सोचा ऑप्शन क्यों नहीं मैच किया. So this was 8. So 8 plus 5 is going to end in 3 and 3 का cube is going to end in 7. Right. So whoever answered, everybody got the right answer. 7 ही होगा. Okay, factorial. Find the greatest integral power of 2. A 91 factorial से लेके 100 factorial तक में कितने 2's हैं in this sum? मोहित अगर a को 2 लिया तो 2 + 3 का स्क्वायर 1 से एंड नहीं होता ना, सो 2 को डिस्कार्ड करना पड़ा, बिकॉज इफ a इज ए नंबर दैट ends in 2, तो पहला कंडीशन तो सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है, दूसरा नहीं कर रहा है ना. a should be a number that should satisfy both. So find the greatest integral power of 2 in 91 factorial, 92, 93. ये सारे simple questions है guys. हाँ, word problems, questions related to base system, and that also some of them, not all of the questions on base system are difficult ones. Then questions related to what problem तो हो गया, base system हो गया. Sometimes question related to HCF or LCM is also tricky, right? बाकी तो last digit, last 2 digits, remainders, factorials, they are very, very straightforward questions. They have got very limited, I mean, there are many, but still limited formulas that you can apply. -2 Mohit, matlab? Did not understand. आप नेगेटिव वैल्यूज कभी नहीं लेते हो मोहित, ठीक है. ये जितने भी क्वेश्चंस हैं, फैक्टोरियल, रिमाइंडर्स, HCF, LCM, you never take negative values. अगर याद होगा, whenever remainder was negative, we eventually converted into positive, है ना. तो negative allowed नहीं है. We take it at intermediate step to make the calculation easier. That's it. Final answer कभी भी माइनस में नहीं रखोगे. Okay. So what common can I take out? Can I take out 91 common? 91 factorial common. If I take out 91 factorial common, I'll be left with 1 plus 92 plus 93 into 92 plus 94 into 93 into 92 and so on. Now, if you pay attention to the bracket, this is even, subsequent values would be even, this is even, this is also even, and this one is an odd number. So if you add a lot of even numbers and with that you add 1, don't you think it will eventually be an odd number? Odd number का मतलब है there is no 2 in the bracket. There is no more 2. Odd number is never a multiple of 2, so there is no 2 hidden in the bracket. All the 2's are there in 91 factorial. Now, question arises, how do you find number of prime numbers in a given number's factorial? You take that number divided by 2, so that will give you 45. Then you divide 45 by 2, that will give you 22. You divide 22 by 2, that will give you 11. You divide 11 by 2, that is going to give you 5. Divide 5 by 2, it will give you 2. You divide 2 by 2, 1. And then you add all of these values, right? यही करते हैं. So 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 86. So there are 86 2's in the given factorials का sum. Okay? 10th question based on the concept of product of consecutive numbers, which is very similar to factorial, but factorial specifically starts from 1, right? यहाँ पे 1 से शुरू नहीं हो रहा है. In the question it is given that it starts from 90. I think there is some gadbada. I think it should be 5 zeros, not 25. 25 zeros के लिए बहुत जाना पड़ेगा यार. You will get a 0 after only 5 numbers. है ना? Why did I type in 25 then? What was I thinking? Find the minimum number starting from 90 that are multiplied to get 5 zeros. फाइव होगा, 25 नहीं होना चाहिए. So if you start multiplying from 90, so 90 में एक जीरो आया, 91 में कुछ नहीं आएगा, 92 you will not get any zero because you are going to get a zero if a zero already exists or if there is a 5, right? Similarly 93 में you won't get any zero, 94 में you won't get any 5 or 0. In 95 you have a 5, so you will get a 0 because of this 5. This continues and then at 100 you will get 2 zeros, right? 101 पे कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. Next 5 or 0 you will be at 105. इधर एक मिलेगा. Keep track of how many 5s or 0s we have got so far. So if you count, so far we have a total of 5 zeros as requested. So how many numbers did we have to write? 90 से लेके 105 तक, how many numbers are written here? 16? 90 is included, no? So there are 60 numbers that are required, starting with 90, whose product will eventually end in 5 zeros. 25 के लिए तो बहुत चाहिए होगा. More than 100. Okay, so that was a typo. It should have been 5 zeros, not 25. Okay, next one. Count the number of zeros when factorial is given in the base as well as the power, or maybe only in the power. So how do you solve it? Let's see how many of you can answer this correctly. Options are very, very tricky. Anjani has answered B option. Okay, so let's see if B option is the correct answer. So 45 factorial, I'm looking at the base right now. Power ignore kar raha hu. Power, I don't care about power. So 45 factorial is going to be a number with how many zeros? So can I say in a given numbers factorial, the number of zeros will be same as the number of tens in it? And the number of tens will be same as number of twos and fives? And number of twos and fives, number of twos, they are always any day greater than the number of fives in a factorial. So number of twos count karke time waste nahi karenge. We are going to simply count the number of fives in 45 factorial. How do we solve it? You take 45 and divide it by 5, you get 9. Then now you divide 9 by 5, you will get 1. You divide 1 by 5, you will get 0. So we need to stop here. So there are 10 zeros in 45 factorial की value में 10 होते हैं इधर को 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 and a 0, and then you have tons of digits on the left hand side also. Now if you have a question where you have 10 zeros over here and power is 45 factorial, then it will result in a huge value. Huge मतलब इतना ज्यादा कि पूरे यूनिवर्स में उतने एटम्स नहीं है, ठीक है, पूरे यूनिवर्स में इतने एटम्स नहीं है. It's going to be that huge. So in how many zeros will this end in? So what you do is you take the number of zeros in the base and multiply it with the power. यही तो बचपन से करते आए हैं. बेस में जितने जीरोस होते हैं उसको पावर से सीधे मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं. पावर्स में जीरोस कभी नहीं ढूंढते हम. So 10 into 45 factorial should be your answer. But if you look at the options, nowhere you have 10 into 45 factorial. You do have 10 to the power 45 factorial. You have 45 into 45 factorial. You have 450 into 45 factorial. मतलब यहां पे कुछ हुआ होगा. So if you pay attention a bit over here, you will realize that 45 was taken outside and 44 factorial was left behind. So it changes to 450 into 44 factorial. So option को मैं trick लगा दिया गया था. What you were expecting will not, that's not what you will find precisely in the options. थोड़ा सा change करना पड़ा. ठीक है? Okay. Next question. This is more like algebra. Because you don't have integral now, you have irrational value over here. But very difficult to actually distinguish between a question which is from numbers or algebra, क्योंकि variable तो सभी में use होता है. So good, Anjani. Doable but only tricky option. हाँ, option tricky है. वो तो I can see that the answer I was getting while I was solving in my mind, I was like, it's not there in the options. So I rechecked my answer. I was like, नहीं, ये आ तो 10 into 45 factorial है, पर option में दिख नहीं रहा. Then I was like, they must have tricked in the options. No one? Had this been only this, 2 प्लस रूट 3 केवल होता, तब भी अप्रोच वही होगा. इफ इट इज 2 प्लस रूट 3 प्लस रूट 5 माइनस रूट 7 ब्ला ब्ला, कुछ भी हो जाए, द अप्रोच इज गोइंग टू बी कंसिस्टेंट. What is the approach to such questions? So the approach is you leave the irrational part on one side, everything else on the other side. So अपन इसको लिखने वाले हैं x minus 2 एक तरफ, बाकी सब दूसरे तरफ. Now what we are going to do is we are going to square. So if I square, my LHS is going to give me x square minus 4x plus 4. RHS is going to give me root 3 plus root 5 ka whole square, right? So that is going to give us 3 plus 5 plus 2 under root 3 under root 5, which is under root 15. So we get x square minus 4x. Again, bring the integral part on one side. ठीक है, इसको अगर इधर लेकर आ जाएंगे तो क्या मिल जाएगा अपने को, -4 इज इक्वल टू 2 अंडर रूट 15, राइट? ओके, नाउ इफ यू लुक एट दिस इज x टू द पावर 4. सो x टू द पावर 4 के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं, राइट? सो what can we do so that we get x to the power 4 and we get x cube also? Squaring it is not going to help. ठीक है, 3 terms का square is not easy, right? So I will leave that 4 right here. So that all I have to do is a minus b ka whole square and x plus y ka whole square. Now again, if I square on both the sides, I will get x to the power 4 minus 4 into 2, 8 into x square into x, which is 8x cube, plus minus 4x ka whole square, which is 16x square. यही आएगा ना? हाँ, is equal to, now 4 plus 2 under root 15 ka whole square. So that is 4 ka square plus 4 into 15, 60, plus 2 into 4 into 2, that is going to be 16. 16 under root 15, right? So this is going to be 60 plus 16, that is 76 plus 16 under root 15. ठीक है? Now, since we have reached up to x to the power 4, now is the turn for breaking it down in what we have so far received. जो मिला है इसमें break करने का हमें. So can I write this expression as x to the power 4 minus 8x cube plus 16x square लिख लो आप. Why? Because we already know the value of this. But if I happen to write plus 16x square, what we realize is we had only 8x square. But if I write 16x square, are we not supposed to subtract 8 square? Right? Then you will have plus 32x minus 44. If you look at this is something we already know. As in, if I take a bracket over here, this plus is going to change to minus, and this 32 में से अगर 8 बाहर आ गया, you will be left with 4. Now this is something we know this. अपन को सब पता है x वाला term. So the first one is going to give us 76 plus 16 under root 15. The next group is going to give us 8 times 4 plus 2 under root 15. And then a minus 44. So 16 under root 15 and 8 into 2, 16 under root 15 का negative will cancel out. ये 0 देने वाला है. This is 76. This is going to be 32. Minus 32. Minus 32 minus 44 कितना होगा? This will be minus 76 as well, and you have a 76. 76 minus 76 will result in a 0. So A becomes your answer. Good, Stallone. Second time you have answered it, a tricky question quick. So unfortunately, we do not have a smarter approach to such questions because you have got irrational parts. So we can't really do anything about it. हाँ, maybe अगर पूरा cube कर लो, पूरा power 4 कर लो, which will be difficult and time consuming, but it's doable that way also. It will take a lot of time. So whenever you get a question where it is given that x is equal to some rational part plus irrational, rational मतलब 2 को rational बोलते हैं ना, and irrational means square root, cube root. So you take the rational part with the variable, फिर square करते हो. Depending upon to what extent you have to go, it will be given in the question. मेरे को power 4 तक जाने का था, so I had to square it twice. There is no other way that I can get away with it. है ना? ठीक है. So that's all for today. A dozen questions, good ones, remainders, last digit, last 2 digits, factorials, remainders में CRT, powers, वो सारे देख लिया. So people who are watching it, who have joined it for the first time, so we are continuing with our comprehensive program for this year's CAT. It's a 3 months program for, of course, the syllabus part. After that, GDPI and for other competitive exams, you will be given the sessions and all the help. So if you enroll now, what all things you will be getting? You will be getting a total of 135 live sessions, more than 135, which is going to be covered in 90 topics. Okay. Total you will receive will be, one among the highest number of video sessions. Okay, you will have 70 plus full mock tests, not only for CAT but other MB exams as well. You will have over 10,000 practice questions. Another 1,500 more we solve questions in the classroom. We have, you will be given 4 books, okay, including solved examples that you can practice. And for GDPI, you will be given live and recorded sessions as well, because this is a very important part right after CAT is done. इसके बिना तो नहीं हो रहा exam clear, as in college convert, exam तो clear हो जाएगा. So everyone, please do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Everyone, please do like the video before you leave. And do not forget to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and download our app. You can watch tons and tons of videos. Tons matlab, I remember there are around 400 to 500 videos free that you can watch. Concepts discussed, questions discussed. So today we discussed questions. Very few concepts were discussed, but there are video sessions where concepts are also discussed. Okay. And then if you have got doubts, you can any day join our YouTube channel for the doubts. Thank you everyone. Take care. See you guys in the next session. Bye-bye.